What is up there, SEO pros? Welcome back to part 6 of the complete guide to SEO. Today we are going to be finishing up our audit that we had to take a little stop on part 5, and that's pretty much it. So if you guys haven't watched part 1 through 5, make sure you head to the links in the description so you can watch the other parts of this series. Now, if you also would like to join the Facebook group, I mentioned this in every single tutorial, but if you haven't joined, we have a Facebook group for White Hat SEO. All you have to do is also head to the link in the description and go ahead and check it out. I do leave updates like the one I'm about to leave in the group right now, which is come watch part 6, and you can go ahead and chat with other SEOs like yourself in here. The other thing that I'm going to do really quick is send a push notification if you guys would like to get free updates on this series or giveaways that I do. Just go to getfreeupdates.com, go press this little green button, and you can get a push notification when I go live. So that's pretty much it. I'm just going to send out this last notification and we will continue with our series. Hydra's in the house. What's up, man? Welcome back. So send this push notification. We are live now for part 6. Come stop on by. Part 6. Click here. Boom. Send notification and boom. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the audit spreadsheet template and continue where we left off. So where we left off was crawling the website. I wasn't able to do that because I actually was did have the website blocked within the settings on WordPress. So the way I changed that is I just went into WordPress, and then I went into settings, reading, and then turned off the automatic discourage search engines from indexing the site. Now the reason why this was left here was because when the site got migrated over, then it obviously got changed to this, or didn't. The person who was editing the website or designing the website forgot to uncheck this. So that's cool. We got that fixed. So we're going to go back in here. We got, what's being indexed. So I started going through that. Now, the way I like to go through this is just to go through the Screaming Frog crawl itself. So the way I do that is I just go ahead and click on the website URL, copy it, paste it into Screaming Frog. And here, let me just give you a little bit better of a visual. I paste it right here into Screaming Frog, and then what I do is I filter by HTML, and then I go by this little, I sort from the default, which is this list item, to the tree sort of view, so you can sort of see like what's, the whole website architecture. So as you can see, we have SSL on the site now, which I also fixed. There was a problem with that before. The way I fixed it is I just did a quick call up to SiteGround, and I said, this Screaming Frog isn't working for some, or sorry, the SSL isn't working for some reason, and then they went ahead and fixed it. So that's pretty much it for that. Next, what we're going to look at is sort of what's actually being indexed. You can see we have the SEO courses. This is the blog, I believe, so SEO tools. Yeah, so that is the blog. Now this should be labeled blog, so chasereiner.com/SEO. Let's go check that out really quick. So I'm going to go over to, let me get rid of some of these tabs really quick. And I will answer your guys' questions in a second. I just have to go ahead and pay attention to what I'm doing, and then I can take a little break and answer questions. So here you go, category SEO. So that should actually be category/blog/SEO. So we want to make sure we go ahead and change that. So the URL structure, we do need to make sure change blog to blog categories and URLs to blog/SEO/post and add redirects. Now the quick way to do this, really, if we wanted to do a bunch at once without really worrying about fixing this all manually, would be to get Yoast Pro, because they just do all that redirects automatically for you, I believe. So we might just want to do that for that. We'll look at it in a little bit. So next we got in here, we got specific URL prompts, stuff like that. Let's just keep looking through the what's being indexed really quick. So we got SEO tools. These are all the posts. This one was a 301. And then you can see some of these URLs are too long, and I'm sure some of these are not really getting any traffic. So we probably want to eventually get rid of those posts as well, which we'll look at that a little bit later. So we got Nexus Bundle. That's the one of the courses, you know, landing pages. We got author pages, which I set to no index, and the paginated pages, which I set to no index, I believe, in Yoast. So let's just make sure we did that really quick. So SEO and general, search appearance and archives, data archives disabled. Sorry, I'm not seeing the paginated pages. Let's disable author archives. That should have been disabled. And trying to find paginated pages. So tags disabled. Categories enabled. I'm trying to find paginated pages. Should be in here somewhere. Maybe RSS? Nope. Breadcrumbs. Show blog page. Show. Now where the heck did paginated pages go? Pages. Products. Well, one way to test it would just be to take one of these URLs and see if it's showing up. So we would go take this URL here, copy, paste it, and then right click view source once it loads. Okay, so that just redirected me for some reason, which is kind of odd. Not sure why. We could see if the blog does it. The blog shouldn't redirect. So, okay, so it's a cascade. Okay, never mind. There it is. Blog. So that just redirects here. Okay, so that should be robots, meta. So that is indexed, which it should be not. So obviously that wasn't checked off in Yoast. And it's weird because normally you'll see the paginated pages within here, but for some reason I'm not seeing it. Categories, tags, format, portfolio, product tags. Okay, well I'm gonna have to look for that later, but as I said, it should be in here and it should be able to, should just be a little checkbox. Pretty annoying that it's not. Hold on, this is gonna drive me crazy if I don't find it. Where are paginated pages in those settings? Images. Subpages of archives. That's under other. Oh, so is that under the main? That might be under the main settings. General. And there's no other anymore that I can see. So they must have changed their layout. Huh. Archives should be on next to archives. Yeah, normally it's in there. I don't know what the hell the problem is with it right now. This is my problem with just like tools in general. Like sometimes they can really get changed. And it's just annoying because like one day you think you know where they are and the next, you know, they're completely changed, and it's like you have to spend, you know, hours figuring out, okay, how do I disable, you know, subpages and stuff like that. It's just freaking annoying. Okay, well, obviously I'm gonna have to go figure out how to do that, so let me just go put that in the roadmap. So paginated pages, need to fix that. Let's go back into here. Local SEO. So I think this is just a category within the blog, which all of this you can see here, it makes no sense that it's not under the blog. It should be formatted that way. So obviously that's a problem. These are 301s. There's an uncategorized freaking part of the blog, which we need to get rid of with, I guess, example posts here. I have no idea what this is, so obviously we need to get rid of that. So for that, why does it say stream offline? If I press play, will it work? There we go. Okay. Oops. So uncategorized. Uncategorized archives. Just need to get rid of those. It's funny, whenever I see these problems on my own side, I just want to fix them immediately because I'm like, no, we shouldn't have this, but I should realize that I'm doing an audit on my own site, which is why I need to, you know, obviously do this on my own time. But okay, so we're going to go back over here, look at some of these dates. I'm pretty sure they're not being indexed. In fact, there's no URL for this, so that's kind of odd. I don't even know why there's dates showing here when there's no URL for it. So overall, it doesn't look too bad. The register page, we need to get rid of that stuff. And then what we'll probably end up doing is just go through the site, name of site, and just looking through stuff like that as well, chasereiner.com. And then going through these one by one, making sure certain things like these example pages aren't showing up or being indexed. So that's a 404, so that's fine. And then going through and making sure, you know, all this stuff is either working or not working or whatever it is. Okay, so next we're going to skip URL structure because we already looked at that a little bit. Specific URL problems. Let's just go look at those. So go back into here. So this should all be under courses. That is good. Services, expert SEO services. That's a little odd. It should probably just be regular services. And then there should be a drop down from that, which should silo into the specific. So that should be categorized as well. So I'm just going to put that in here. SEO services should be categorized under /services, and /services should just say SEO services, or just services. I would just say services because we might have more than just SEO. There we go. So SSL is fine. Internal link structure probably, I can imagine, would need to be fixed because I don't think anything's really been done there yet. So we'll go into here. Let me just pause to take questions really quick. All right, so we got, let me do pop-out chat. Esero Toby says, "Hi Chase, what's new? What's up, man? Not much." Hydra says, "Should have multiple pages for my services, web design, SEO, other services is what I have now, trying to rank locally." Yeah, so I mean, you should definitely have multiple services for your website so that you can hopefully try to rank those sub-services and then hopefully overall get recognized as an entity that does something around those sub-services, right? Like a main service. So if you do SEO, obviously you probably do different types of SEO in different locations, you know, whatever. Chris Bill says, "Yo Chase, crazy question. When running reports on a domain such as SEMrush, Screaming Frog, do you run the domain index or the page?" So I run the website homepage and then it crawls to different other pages. In terms of SEMrush, I don't use SEMrush, I use Ahrefs. So generally they'll be able to give me all of the stats for a given website, but then sometimes I'll actually do specific pages as well. So SER, I'm just going to call them, what's the best advice can you give me, Chase, when it comes to e-commerce sites from an SEO perspective? Work on information type articles first, not selling based pages unless you're in a really undersaturated niche, and try to build authority, and then try to start going for your actual sell keywords, because your sell keywords are probably going to be very difficult in the beginning. Hydra says, don't suck, sell good products, give free value equals win e-commerce. I mean, yeah, but not, that's what, you know. Hydra says, that's a very broad question. I would start by watching Chase's. So I actually have an affiliate SEO course where I took a website from 0 organic traffic a month to like where they're at now, like 25,000 monthly organic visits. And they're actually a current client that's paying about $3,000 a month. So, you know, if you want to watch that series, it's on the website. I think the course is like $240. My business video says, wahoo, what's up, man? Hydra says, my problem is, what page should I be ranking to trying to rank for local SEO services, my homepage or my SEO service page? So it just depends on what other pages are ranking already. If you can see a bunch of home pages are ranking for that keyword, then you should probably go for a homepage, because you're just following what the intent is. People are intending generally to find, for instance, like local SEO services, a homepage, because that's generally the more competitive keyword, versus if they were going to be looking for, let's say, local SEO services for, I don't know, some sort of sub-service keyword that's not as broad as maybe just like location plus keyword, if that makes sense. All right, cool. So let's go back to it. So internal link structure, I already know this needs to be done because it's obviously, you know, nothing really here. The content, you know, there's not much content here. There's not much, you know, places to link. There's not really many service pages besides these service pages, which can be elaborated on. And the way we'll probably elaborate on these service pages is literally just going in and talking about these different pages. So like, say for instance, the homepage, taking what we do, breaking it down to, or taking what I do and then breaking it down to like, okay, for the SEO roadmap, this is what I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, list-based items. And then doing a, what is it? A transcription of that, putting it on the page. Same thing with the homepage. Same thing with all the other pages. Makes things really easy and makes it, you know, a lot faster to get the content and helps you do a ton of stuff. What is this? Dribble LinkedIn. So that needs to be fixed as well. Not sure why that's there. Hydra just gave us a $10 super chat. Thanks, Hydra. He's always donating. Very kind. So we'll say Z on the internal link structure. Site search, we're going to say we need to probably do that. Let's see if we're doing it. I don't believe we are. So yeah, we want to do that, plus enable the site search capability for the website. So we'll put that there. 404s, let's check those out. We'll go over to Screaming Frog. Let me switch the view again real quick. So we got here. Scroll on the way you look at them on Screaming Frog is just scroll down the sidebar, and you can see here a bunch of redirects, some 404s. So fix those. Boom. Whoops. Boom. All right, page speed optimization. Let's go check that out. So we'll go over here. Whoops. Boom. Page speed insights. Click on that, and then we'll also bring it over to DT metrics. Let that load up. Hello, Vimal. Vimal, PM. All right. So you can see here, not doing too well. Server response time seems to be 1.4 seconds, so that's really low. So I'm just going to put that there. We need to fix that. In terms of the minification and optimized images, looks like we can fix that. So we'll just go image compression, JavaScript compression, stuff like that. Okay. All right, now we'll look at the site-wide on-page issues. So of course we're going to want to go over these one by one, but let's just look at these for now. So we got, over 65 characters. We have 18 of those. So that's because the business name's included in all the titles. So that's an easy fix. We just need to take that out from, I believe, the, is it the Yoast settings? Yeah. So I think if we go into general, or actually, sorry, if we go into search appearance, and we want to change, so I guess the site name we want to take out from all of it. So title, page. So I think all we really want is just the title. I'm pretty sure. So let's just see what happens when we take those out. Should make sense, right? Because why would we want to aggregate all that other stuff? So let's put that in there. And let's see what happens there. So yeah, I believe now we just have just the title. Oh wait, that went in there, but I think that's just manually put in there. Yeah, so that was just manually put in there. So then we're going to go ahead and fix all those now. So that'll be pretty easy. So under 30 characters, you have a few, same as H1, no missing. We have some, or a good amount of missing meta descriptions, which we need to put in there. Missing meta keywords, which is good. Some pages missing H1s. So obviously there's a lot we need to do here. So I'm just going to put Z's across the board on this just because it's pretty bad. So this is why when you're doing, somebody is redesigning a website, it's really important that you catch this stuff, because a lot of people who do web design will not be able to catch this stuff because they won't know. All right, let's check out what's on the website. That's duplicate content. So for that, we'll look up SiteLiner, and we'll just plug that URL in, or chasereiner.com. Let that load. Hydra says, you said 1.4 second load time is slow. No, that's just the hosting itself. The overall load time is actually a lot slower. But yeah, for hosting, that's really slow. I mean, for hosting, you should be looking at like a 0.40 second load time from hosting. So, all right, so this is almost done. We'll just go to duplicate content. Now, what we can see here is that some of these are heavily matching other pages. So if I click into that, you can see here that the local SEO package, the testimonials. So I guess the testimonials isn't too bad. Frequently asked questions on every page. That's probably fine. So let's just keep going through it. We're going to kind of skip these for now, but we will look at those a little bit more later on. Whoops, sorry. Refresh that. So a lot of these are just the courses pages, and then everything else is pretty low. So that's probably fine. All right, next we got, whoops. Search console, are most pages receiving traffic and rankings? No. Sitemap submitted? Yes. And I think we needed to submit a new sitemap. So let me go into there because I think we switched to a Yoast sitemap. So we're going to go here. We had a big drop because the whole site got no index because the freaking no index tag got left in it, unfortunately. We're going to go to sitemaps, and looks like the one that we have, which is that one, I think is fine. It looks like a bunch have been submitted. Now we're just waiting for it to get indexed. So we're going to delete. Since the, what's it called, is the no index tag's been removed, I'm just going to resubmit it. And what I'm probably going to do too is just have Google crawl what we have so far just by giving them the sitemap and then doing a fetch and then requesting the direct links to be crawled as well. Cool. So now we got schema markup. Let me go delete some of these spaces. Well, that failed. All right, so homepage should be organization markup because it's not the homepage isn't representing a local business. So let me go do that. Hydra says, thoughts from switching from Squarespace to WordPress with your personal, I'm assuming experience, you're going to say. Personal site, I feel like Squarespace is easy to manage from an SEO standpoint. Yeah, but it's very limited, and to be honest, like it's very frustrating once you get to a certain point and you want to do certain things with your website that you're not going to be able to do with Squarespace. Like for instance, what we're doing right now, schema markup. Just going to go into here, go into here. Okay, organization markup is not on here, but everything else is, which looks really good. So I'm happy with the schema markup that's on there. Except it's kind of weird that there's 2 website markups and the creative work is just this one post. It's a little odd. But everything else looks pretty decent. So it still does need organization markup. About page markup still needs, I'm sure, and all this other stuff. And then I'm sure it needs OG data, so we're going to need to put the WPSSO on it, and it does have Smusher. Google My Business, we're going to skip. Boom, 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 boom. Citations we're going to skip, and all the Google My Business stuff. And then we're going to basically go to the next part, which is creating the priority checklist. So we'll just duplicate this, filter from Z to A, and here we go. Now the things that we need to fix first are probably page speed optimization, paginated pages, or indexation problems, conversion tracking, URL structure, content, finish keyword mapping, finish basic on page, fix schema markup, basic stuff. So I'm probably just gonna leave it with that for now, because I mean those are like those are pretty big things. So for this, what we're gonna do is I'm probably just gonna create a separate sub-series where I'm going to start optimizing this stuff, which is gonna be separate from the actual series. So if you guys are interested in seeing me just sort of work on this stuff, I probably will do this in a separate stream, because a lot of this stuff's going to be like way more like manual, and I'm probably going to be spending a lot of time like trying to find certain buttons and whatnot, like on Yoast. So I'm going to end it for now on this series. So that's part 6. Basically, if you're going to want to do an audit like this yourself, you sort of get how to do it, and you hopefully get and understand why some of this stuff is bad. If you don't get it, let me know, and I'll go through it in more detail. Part 7 will probably be more of, fixing this kind of stuff, like, going over conversion tracking, keyword mapping, that kind of stuff. So what I'll probably end up doing is take parts from the actual sub-series and then just upload it to there will be an edited version of this, complete guide that I'll be uploading. So that's it for today on this one. I will be going live in a second to start fixing these problems. So if you guys want to join me for that, I welcome you guys to do that. And that's it. So thank you guys for joining, And until I see y'all next time, happy SEOing.